Faces in the rain, just beyond the street windshield. Just behind the thin line of lights, there in the night. As I drive on, 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 as I drive on.
It was as if nothing had happened. He got into the car, took the wheel, and drove them down to the wet and empty highway. She was quiet for a long time, seeking in stillness the healings others would find in calm sleep. David didn't intrude. Silence was what he knew best, and he didn't want to look any closer at what he glimpsed back there. When the road faded to gray again and the wipers could be shut off, the breathing seemed to grow regular. "Are you asleep?" he asked. "No." "How far before I turn off for your brothers?" "Shouldn't be long." She sounded gentle and distant. "There's an exit for Winona Highway 82. Then you go north on 51 a little way past Duck Hill." And she napped with his promise that he would wake her if he got confused or lost. Drops of water from a gutter falling and tumbling down walls of wet red brick might tap the blacktop. The lengthy silence between taps would grow longer and longer still. Gutters may empty or droplets may melt into the surface of shallow puddles until the wind moves and they fall again all at once as a memory of rain. A hand reaches for and wipes the film from the curved glass, exposing the rivulets of water in the slick alley beyond. Steam rises from the car's hood. There's a light there, beneath a tin cover above the doorway. The doorway embedded in brick with a railing and concrete steps down to the pavement. And the drizzle will return, murmuring, now over metal and windshield, then moving, draping itself gently across the oily distance to the bottom of the railing. And the door above will open, heavy shoes already growing darkly stained from the rain will break the slick surface of the first step and pause. The cuffs of his jeans are wet. Spots appear on the shoulders of his leather jacket. He is laughing. He comes down to her. Alone, young and strong, he turns up the collar of his own jacket. Had she been invited, she would have turned it up for him. The umbrella she had brought sat half spread on the seat beside her, droplets still clinging to the plastic. Tony appears in the doorway with her own umbrella for him. He would always be handsome, young, and silk strands of hair would lie across the forehead still wrinkled in amusement. And wiping the water from his face would reveal the awful mottled skin of her hand. If he looked at her once more with the look of a disgruntled child, she would die. The stick shift moves under her moist fingers. Cold feet work the pedals, drawing the clutch close to braking, gunning the engine. He will step down to the dark pavement, step down to the vibrating greens and violets of the shallow puddles, and step down to the gentle caressing curtain of rain, and tires will scream. He found the exit easily and followed the highway markers to the little two-lane road that curved and rolled north. The sky opened here above the fields and trees. The half-moon and legs of constellations swung up beyond each hilltop he climbed, and then slid down like oilcloth to lie in folds beneath the leaves and fences of the bottomland. closed and quiet porches and glaring barns were only the watchful faces in the sleeping night. The town he was to find came quickly. The grocery store lit from deep inside with dark gas pumps before it, a small brick post office and houses and a white church and stoplights all turned blinking yellow, and he was soon to the other side. He touched Martha's shoulder. "We've gone through Duck Hill," he said. "It's just another mile or so. There's a barn and a produce stand at the corner where we need to turn." "You think they'll be up?" "Probably." "Did I sleep long?" she asked. "Not very. I don't feel very bad at all. It's the quiet," he said. The produce stand, the gray frame leaning toward the side road, appeared, and he turned into the dark tunnel of the trees and gravel. He was suddenly chilled. Something would happen down here. Another turn came, this time onto dirt. He was inching forward now, avoiding the potholes he could and dipping carefully through the ones he couldn't. No scraping yet, despite the lack of room to maneuver. The drive was bordered on the left by barbed wire and on the right by a ravine that threatened his tires. They managed a curve and found the house trailer before them, lying on its side, nearly upside down below the soft shoulder. The underbelly was brightened by the moon. "My God," Martha gasped. "What?" "My trailer. Stop the car." He braked. The ride was over. She jumped out as if she was determined to save the trailer from its fate. Pacing off the length in measured strides, she peered down into the darkness at the other end. If there was anything to be seen, it would probably have made matters worse, for she returned slowly, a hand to her forehead to hold the hair from her eyes, and her head shaking back and forth in disbelief. She stopped at the inn exposed by his headlights and removed her shoes. The loose dirt slipped away before her feet as she tried to climb down to the window. The glass was too high. Tiptoes brought her level with the bottom sill. She looked around for something to stand on, found nothing, and clumsily made her way back up to the car. She was close to tears when she got in. "I thought your trailer was in Nashville," David said. "It is. This is the one I bought when I lived here." "A goddamn son of a bitch." "What?" "I trusted him to look after it." Her face twisted into a miserable grimace.
Faces in the